Oh, blessed love family, give thanks to the life giver and the keeper of life, Emperor Haile Selassie the First. Of course, we welcome you into the Tiger's Nest, and let me say this is a very special program. Let me say off the bat, this program specifically is dedicated, as they say, to those who are interested in the Patrons Day activity and would like to know how they will, be a part of such festivities. Many ones have been asking exactly how they can make their pledge and their contribution, etc. So we decided to do this program here so you get a better idea of not only how that can be done, but the importance of Patriots Day itself. So again, just for all the wonderful listeners, this is not necessarily a historical program today or a mystic program or something going to the depths of something else, but this is going into the depths of our youths. And of course, we're going to be talking about celebration and a bit of history because the 3rd of November is really the anniversary of the coronation of Emperor Menelik II. But of course, Patrons Day is directly associated with the Priest Isaac's Institute of Holistic Knowledge. Patrons Day is directly associated with Radio Anu itself. This will be the second year that we are actually putting forward Patrons Day, and it's something we intend to go on continually. It is a day that we give forward, as they say, give back. We will be having a lot of wonderful speakers coming through. This is going to be an all-day affair on Radio Anu, the international flavor, the universal spice. We'll have lecturers, speakers, and many international ones that you may want to refer to as celebrities. I have some surprises for you and all of these wonderful things. And of course, the main thing of the day is the telethon. Now, listen to me, family. The reason for the telethon is that we are raising funds specifically for our annual essay competition, our African History Month essay competition. Of course, this is a program that is a decade strong now. And again, this is something that has been initiated in the liberation agenda that we as a people should be putting forward. Of course, those who colonialized us definitely have an educational system that is well set for their agenda, and it is working very good or very well as it relates to their agenda. And of course, we do not have the same. We may have spots of it here, there, and somewhere else, but to say that we have a system set for us as a people that would edify and re-educate our people and remind them of who they really are, that doesn't really exist. And of course, that is something that I myself personally has been advocating for, to get into the system, the curriculum, the syllabus of our people, specifically here in the so-called West Indies, in the Caribbean. But of course, that has not really come to any fruition as yet. And this is why a decade ago we established the African History Month essay competition, directly dealing with the minds of our children. And of course, this is something that you have to be very strategic about. You don't just tell children to write essays on African history and think they're going to jump up. You have to have something to offer them, something that will entice them, something that they want or something they think they need, but yet still something that can be used for good as well, and that is why every year, 10 years passing, every year, first and second and third prize, different sections, seniors, intermediates, juniors, every year. You can go back on our YouTube channel and just check the videos every year. You could see from the promotion, from the advertising, from the interviews, from the getting the word out, then to the competition, and then to the prize giving ceremony, to the gift giving, to the allocating of the gifts. We have it all recorded, whether it's on audio, whether it's video, whether it's on a written form, over the years. pictures of the winners. So you could see something, it is something that we are actively into because it's something from the heart. You understand? It is nothing that we have ever seen a profit from. In fact, every single year, I must say, we make sure we have to go into our own privy purse. You know, we have to put money aside for this end because our people have never risen to the full standard, risen to the occasion as it relates to this project. Now, a person may say, well, brother, that's your thing. It ain't my thing. You see, this is our problem. It's not my thing. If this was my thing, I mean, how does this become my thing? This is not a business venture. This is not nothing I intend to see a profit from, like if, well, yeah, 10 years in the next 30 years. No, this is not my thing. This is done because I honestly believe from my heart that the more that you entice children to seek out their Afrocentricity, it will assist them in becoming better people and obviously will assist the nation. You know, I'm thinking 300 years down the line, just like how the killers thought 300 and 400 years down the line. We got to think 300 and 400 years down the line. We can't just think about us and a nice car and a house and build mommy a house. And them is selfish thinking. You understand? And you can't just think of your own children too. That is selfish thinking. We should be just thinking of building an empire. Whether you live to see it, the people that went before you that brought you this far, they didn't live to see it. It is not done yet. But when it's done, we're going to remember it. We're going to remember them, those that went before us. If we are in this time when we build our empire properly, you understand, we will remember them. If we're not here, those that come will remember us. But the point is that we're supposed to have a generation born in the empire. And then generations upon generations. If you don't live to see it, don't worry, you will come back in reincarnation to meet it. But it must be done. Hey, this is more than patrons, man. This is a lecture. No, but it must be done with a conscious mind, thinking that, yeah, we're working towards the future. That's the mentality that we must have, Rasta. Well, that's how I think. That's why I can't get caught up in too much in talking and gossiping and no, you know. To be honest, I really love knowledge. I love knowledge. You can see that. I love vibes. I like rich information. But it don't seem like if we as a people know how to use the rich information and materialize it into flesh. Like we just like knowledge. Wow, that sounds deep, and yeah, man, and arguing, and yeah, man, I don't believe Adam and Eve was a real man, and Eve and this and so. You know, so it becomes tiring now, as if, well, listen, man, what was once a good sport has become even not really useless, but we're not utilizing our knowledge in the right way. We're supposed to be stepping up in this capitalistic world. When your enemy is playing capitalism, you can say what you want, you better capitalize them. Remember, it's not about competition, you know. No, man. It's about domination, whatever field you're in. Don't be competing with nobody. Don't be competing with nobody. We don't compete. You dominate the field that you are in, you know, and of course, doing that with a conscious mind is nothing but building your people empire, you know, full liberation of your people. Don't worry about no, detractors. You expect to see who could go back to Africa with their people, and don't worry about that. You okay? We're thinking generations down the line and still working for it now as if it got happen tomorrow. Yeah. So the essay competition, that's just one aspect in it. You know, remember we have a whole international homeschool program, you know, that definitely has been designed to target the mind of the child, specifically the African history and heritage. I would really hope that our people, those of you who listen to me and have children, you should have had all your youth on that African history heritage program. It's extremely inexpensive. I mean, them things take time to put together to make sure that when the child comes out the other side of that program, they have more love for their Afrocentricity. I promise you that. I promise you that. You understand? I'm not talking about the astronomy. I'm not talking about the biology. I'm not talking about the English language. I'm not talking about none of the other programs. I'm talking about the African history and heritage. I mean, all these other programs, obviously will bring them to a higher standard. But I'm talking about our love for ourselves now, our love for our motherland, our love for our garden, our love for our nature, our love for our woman, our love for our man and woman in the order of the Most High, whatever you may be, male or female, love for the other gender, all of that we lost in the man. All of that we lost, love for ourselves and love for children and all of that, So your young ones, Rastafari, I would encourage you to bring them into the International Homeschool Program. You know what I mean? This is why we even tell you, listen, if you're not too sure, we will send you samples so you can see. To me, honestly, nobody can look at that and say that ain't worth it. I'm just being honest to you. And it's about, again, building the mind of our children. You understand? So they bring children into the world stronger than how you bring them into the world. And it happens and it keep going and going. I mean, how it looked at you as a strong man bringing someone into the world that not as strong as you. And it watering down and, man, it's supposed to be getting stronger and stronger and stronger. Straight up, it's supposed to be getting stronger and stronger and stronger. So you even take people's children, you know what I mean, that don't have no intention of no Afrocentricity and make them Africans. That's what the essay competition is about. So that is why promotion is very important in the essay competition. The advertising of it, all of that is finance, family. This is a war. I'm trying to bring you into my zone, so you can see where I think, I'm not going to give up and say, well, nobody bothering with me. And no, I got to make you understand where my mind is, hoping that you would come on board. We're supposed to not only have a national essay competition for them little islands here, we're supposed to have an international essay competition. What do you call it? The target for Patrons Day is 12,000. It should be 24,000, because the 24,000 would ensure that we have an international essay competition. I think we're gonna rise that. No, I'm very serious. Either we're serious or we just playing around. Straight up. Because previous year, I put that on the table, about the international essay competition. We only did our national essay competition. And just like every year, we had to make sure that we went into our own bank account and pull out, man, you want me to give you figures and pull out thousands just to make sure all the prizes were in a row. I know a few of you may, but I contributed. Yeah, you did, but man, that just gone into interviews, just to sit down on the morning television program for a few minutes, That's some cheese, But it's worth it. But then the children would see you on TV with the device. This is what you can win, children. Yeah, mommy, I want that. You heard what the man said. What he said? You need to write the essay. Oh, it's schoolwork again. Okay, it's all right. On what? Christopher Columbus? I don't think so. I think you have to write an essay on your African history and heritage and what it means to you. African. But that doesn't mean nothing to me, mommy. Well, you want the laptop? Yeah. Let me go to the computer and type in African history and heritage. That's how it begins, Russ. I mean, we have a Ministry of Education. I shouldn't have to do all of this. It should be as easy as water, because the minister are black like me. So you would expect, and they've always been black like me. So you would expect that we have some understanding that somebody cut away our ties. We don't remember our great-great-great-grandfather's name. We don't even know who he is. We don't even know where he's buried, because he ain't buried around here. Well, at least maybe put up an next rate on that. The point is, we have been cut away from our Afrocentricity. 10 years, I say we're doing the essay competition. The art competition, it goes on and off. I'm trying to show you something. The essay competition has been a staple. And there's never been a year that we didn't have to make sure that it went through financially. Never been a year, if I was to tally up all the finance I personally put into that, which is not a problem. You follow me? I want you to understand. So there are times when we say, listen, we can't do the art competition. The art competition is for the younger ones. And that happens during the time of so-called Christmas. And what we do there, we ask them to paint an African version of Christ and his mother. Some people come and say, you say you want a black Jesus and Mary? Well, no, that's not what we said. An African version. The words are very important of Christ and his mother. So if they bring back Isis and Horus, Set and Hebron, man, they might get extra marks with that. You understand? They might get extra marks with that one there. It's the mind, my family. But, you know, that doesn't always go off. Because the people, I mean, they're good people that put forward their hands. But the people, they remember, this is not an important thing to us. No, it's not important. But we happy. We have a house. We have a mortgage. We're not really thinking about them things too much. Some of us, we're conscious, yes, you know, but we're too tied up in the Western world. It's not that important. You know your money is where your heart is. Your heart is in your pocket, you know. Your heart is in your pocket. With all the conscious ones listening to I, raising $12,000 for what I just explained to you should happen today. I shouldn't have to wait until the 3rd of November. Let's be serious. In fact, listen to me good. Not only you can make that contribution today, you can make your pledge today. I'm going to tell you straight. If you want to unfriend me, it's up to you. I'm testing you now. Straight up. I mean, it's up to you. I mean, hey, I'm not a politician. I ain't looking no votes. I ain't looking no friends. This is a war. Either you're on the team or you're not on the team. So now, between now and the 3rd of November, that's a whole month. Today is the 6th of October. This is the day Menelik II rose the red, gold, and green with the red up. Huh? What you say? I said, today is the day where you sleep. And Menelik II rose the red, gold, and green with the red up. 1897. What go and a petty Mac. Huh? A petty Mac. Man, listen, come on, you gotta think fast. A petty Mac, that is the conquering line has to prevail. Anyway, I digress. I changed the subject. Let me return to what I'm saying. So I'm just saying, family, yeah? Very important. We have a month. If you're serious, we are raising $12,000. If you know it's just 50 you're giving, you're supposed to, even if you don't have the 50, no, you're supposed to can be able to contact me and say, hey, I pledge the $50 and you will get it by the 3rd of November. That don't cost nothing to do. All it means is that you got to make sure you have $50 in a month. As I said the other evening, 250 of us, there's plenty of us that's be around this little thing here. 250 of us with that $50 pledge would get the $12,000. Because remember, no matter what we get, I gonna put on the rest. I just want you to hear that. No matter what we get, I will put on the rest. And you will see for your eyes the whole competition have come off. By March next year, you see prizes given out. You know that. So if we really understand that story of even when they say Christ carrying the cross, and of course, it also speaks of the Simon who would have assisted him in the carrying of the cross. It also talks about Moses, you know, the story of Moses holding up his hand, you know that story. Yeah, and not Joshua. Joshua was on the battlefield, and Moses had to keep his hand up, and Aaron and who did? Aaron and her, not H-E-R her, H-U-R her, but still metaphysically mystic still, because it's the Trinity, and it's three men, but one of them named her. That's just a whole story all by itself. I can get into that some other time. You see, you know that's what we are into. But you see, some people they take them levels there as if you're playing with words and if you're joking around. I see some of us, we're not ready for the deeper realms. We still on the ground level. I'm telling you, the Trinity there, Moses and the tree and the other two men on the top of the hill, symbolic of the Trinity in heaven. And Joshua, here where he named Yehoshua, and he on the ground in the valley fighting the enemy, the Amalekites. That's symbolic of the earth. That's the God in flesh, the Yehoshua, that come in flesh, the Christ figure, all the Yehoshuas that have come, for those who understand the mythos. There down below and the Trinity up there. And the Trinity is Moses, Aaron, and her. And her. Father, Son, and the Holy One. I always ask people, so who's the Holy One? Holy One of creation. Think good. Okay? King Emmanuel clearly says mother is in there. King Emmanuel says father and mother bring forth all things. Father, Son, and the Holy One of creation. Prophet, priest, and king. Father, Son, and Holy One of creation. And I can prove this on an astronomical level. That's why I don't chip it. On an astronomical level in such realms of the Trinity of the Father, Mother, and Child, and the Trinity of the Prophet, Priest, and King. You know? So it was, anyway, the point is Moses and Aaron and her. Her and Aaron had to keep Moses' hand up. I wanted to watch this mystic and just tiger with me a moment there. Bear with the tiger moment. Moses, right? The story is saying that when Moses keep up his hand, Joshua on the ground would win the war. But if Moses get tired, he drop his hand. Joshua and the Israelites would start to lose. So Aaron and her had to come and assist Moses to keep his hand up in the air so that Joshua would continue to win the war. Moses had his staff, and Moses had the staff up. So once the staff keep up and his hands keep up and everything, Joshua would win. But if his hands drop, Joshua would lose. Now, this is interesting, you know. Aaron didn't come and say, boy, Moses, you're tired. Give me the staff. Let me hold it up. No. They assisted Moses to keep up his hand because they understood that it is Moses, not them. Moses was the one that had whatever was needed for the moment, you know. And Joshua was the one that had what was needed for the moment on the battlefield. So instead of them trying to do what Moses did, they assisted Moses to do what he doing. So we have them energy there too on the battlefield too, you know, man. Instead of assisting Moses to do, you're trying to take away the staff. No, Moses, go sit down. I bring a rock for you, sit down. No, the rock was placed under him according to the scripture, you know. So I say in all of that, family, to come back around to what we're dealing with here. I can't beg you to have the passion of what I do like me. But I really think that it is all of our duties from my heart. If I keep this from you, I ain't your friend. I honestly think it's all of our duties that say consciousness. Once they say consciousness, whatever you're saying, consciousness, black pride, and all kind of things, it's all of our duty. All of our duty to make sure the word of right gets around. Let's put it that way. That's a simple way of putting it. Not just talk and they hear it, you know, but activate. The essay competition activates, moves the young, transform people. People that were 10 or 20 now and would still see you and say, hey, Mr. Priest, remember me? Yeah, man, I want the digital camera. I want the essay. I still have my essay, you know. It may not spark some to go as far as it would move others. Some of them, you see them now, they have their locks and everything. It may not spark some to go as far as others. This is almost practice we practicing, you know. You think this is supposed to be on this stage forever? I just clearly explained that previous year we intended to put it on an international level. So this means that even here in the nation of Antigua, when we talk about essay competition, tens of thousands of children supposed to rise up. They're here. Tens of thousands, man, of children are supposed to rise up to take part in this essay competition. Now you're talking. They would quake. They would be afraid of that. Yeah, maybe, 40 or 50 people enter. And then, oh, that's a good number. That's a good number. Only 30 people entered the independence competition. That's a good number. Them little thinking there, around which you a good number. And it take a lot because parents don't necessarily encourage children to go and partake of anything that have to do their Afrocentricity. If it was foolishness, they would, oh yes, go and do it, quick, run, hurry up. Catch them before they lock down. So this is why, family, what's the word I said before? Challenge? I think I said test. So yeah, it's a test, straight up. I mean, you can't, how long we teaching now? So I have to give a test sometime. For those who are serious, let me see who's serious, Rasta. So today being the 6th of August, you're supposed to can say, yeah, let me email priestisaacinstitute@gmail.com. Look at here. priestisaacinstitute@gmail.com. As opposed to can email the Priest Isaac Institute and say, my name is Kelvin. I ain't got it down. But I'm pledging $50. Next month, I will send it via PayPal, via whatever it is that you do to send it. A month, No, I mean, come on. This is, and let me be clear here too, because I'm getting some strange messages. Please, family, I know that we are into a lot of things. I mean, half of what we into, we don't bring on the social media, but there's a lot of things we into. So I don't want us to confuse. I hear people like they're mixing up what I'm doing here with the elder program that I brought forward proposal. Family, that elder program, as we speak, is being drafted up. Listen to me, please. I don't want nobody confuse what's going on here. This is not a joke, and I am not no plaything. Yeah, and I'm sorry to have to make it sound so, but some of us have this like, this is just a skip to, play, we don't understand what happened here. I don't come here to vibes, man. When I come, it's like if it's war going on. So please, you got to understand me. Now that elder program proposal that I brought forward, my family, that ain't no joke. As we speak, that is being drafted up properly. We talk about different levels and not even going into no depths. You want still pricking and, oh, if the parliament, some talk, man, no disrespect to nobody, from my heart, please, family, listen, you done. No disrespect to no one. I not into them game, I into them talking, I'm not on no WhatsApp group, I not into none of them madness. Give thanks. What I'm saying is that this is a serious situation. See, I humbling myself here. We can't wait for no roundtable, long talk discussion. I've been through that many times. I know how it does go. I'm just using my own company to start an initiative that would assist elders. It just so happened that I'm concentrating on a specific group of elders. And it's that's it. And you don't like need no permission from this. And I'm not into none of that. So please take me out to them talk. That's number one. And again, for the other wider family, don't confuse this. That's a totally different program. As I said to you, when that begins, that ain't got nothing to do with me. Them finance not coming nowhere close to me. That's something that should be put in motion for generations to come. That's all. That totally outside of my domain on that level. It's just my brainchild and certain level of consultancy that it's coming from me, and that's it. What I'm talking about here now is something else. This is the essay competition. This is Patreon's Day. This is the telethon. I want you to follow me good. And yes, that finance is coming towards the institute. And again, that is going towards a specific project. Oh my, how more in depth I can go. Something that is detailed before the world. Ministers of education that don't have nothing to do with this get their report when it's done. And I'm just hoping that from my heart, those of you that good works, great works, I love it, love it. Yo, this ain't no joke, man. Let's be serious about this. So if you're serious, you would pledge today. And tomorrow is the 7th of October. That is the day that the emperor was crowned Negus. You see all them celebrations in that. You would pledge today. And I just saying $50 to bring it simply. But if we raise it 12,000, you can't tell me 12 people cannot give 1,000 each. I mean, we need to come out of the mentality, all right? Nobody enriching nobody to do this. When we reach the limit, remember, we live on here, we're going to say, okay, we've reached our limit. Yo, I'm supposed to be able to go to the 3rd of November and say, well, family, you know, we done raise that money and we haven't started yet. Yeah, that's how serious we are about African liberation. Why would somebody do that? Because they see a man that doing a work that is an open book. You even know the whole family structure, and so enough people you don't even know that they have children. Just think about it. Most, if you listen properly, you even know exactly which part on the map to find me to the point. Think of it. So we're here. That shouldn't even be the concern. So I don't see it hard, family, for us to prepare ourselves for Patreon's Day. You can begin sending in your donations, contributions, whatever you want to call it today, or you can make your pledge. Your pledge meaning that you ain't giving it now. I'm not going to say you don't have it. I'm not going to put them energy on you. We shouldn't be even talking, so I don't have it. You have it. It's there. You're rich. You're wealthy. Yeah, you're supposed to say, yeah, man, I make it my $1,000 pledge for the 3rd of November. You understand? Yeah. So it's Patreon's Day, family. The 3rd of November. Menelik II anniversary for his coronation. And this is one of the reasons we are officially launching Academic. Oh my, what a wonderful documentary. Everyone should be on board for the evening, the world premiere, and this is going to be free. You ain't got to pay for this. The world premiere. You come in and you sit in, you know what I mean? Bring your snacks and bring your snacks and bring your snacks. You better do. It's gonna be wonderful. Yeah, it's already wonderful. I'm talking about a Pedimec, the conquering line has prevailed, and this is our 4th full-length video documentary. Of course, the Master of Ceremonies, 7, the Night of the Black Tiger. I'm still thinking of having a showing of the Night of the Black Tiger, you know. Might be prior to this. I know some of you would have the Night of the Black Tiger. Everyone should have the Night of the Black Tiger. All of that. Everyone should have a copy of the Night of the Black Tiger. That is the divinity of Marcus Mosiah Garvey. Remember, you know, the Night of the Black Tiger, a Pedimeka. These are not lectures. These are not me sitting down talking to you. These are not even, you know, online presentations. These are documentaries, you know, well put together, edited. Give thanks to the young Olmec, the Honorable Prince Almasi, on the front line as it relates to the videography and You know, all that has to do with that. He is the chief coordinator, and give thanks for the research team. Give thanks to the Honorable Princess Acacia Menon, chief researcher there as well. And of course, remember in December, we definitely will be launching the book as it relates to Thomas Sankara. So many things happening here at the Institute, all about, you know, utilizing the young minds and making sure that they are a part of the liberation, and that they understand that they are a part of the liberation as well. So continue to keep close, family, and continue to stay in tune. So I'll be telling you all the speakers that will be there. Man, listen, wow, in a few days I'll be giving you, you know, at least some of the headlines and some of the lineup for sure. And as I said, you can contact us, make your pledge today, and you know, so we can see where we're going forward with this as it relates to, yes, the liberation of our people. Give thanks for the moment, man. Give thanks to the life giver and the keeper of life. Although we said it's not necessarily a historical mystic program, I think a few mystics still came out, and a little history that would have done us good. Give thanks to the life giver and the keeper of life. Of course, you don't know how it is. It is the tiger's nest. Make sure you're in the tiger's nest every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Today is 6th of October. So we're going to be there tonight for sure. And again, celebrating the 7th of October. Enough celebration in the house. Yeah, glorified. Tiger's Nest, Radio Anu. Remember, the link for Radio Anu is in the description below this video. With thanks, looking forward for the pledge. Holy Manuelai, Selassie, Jah Rastafari. Thanks.